Hey, what's going on, card fighters? I usually don't say that. This is Team The Lost Prophecy, and I'm Divisible, and we have here,
Asama, Taka.
And Queen.
and we have Card Fight Tuesdays. It's the fourth week, and along with the Card Fight Tuesdays, on the release of Booster Box 10, we're gonna talk about a couple cards, so you guys can, well, you probably already know about the box. We're gonna give our opinions on certain cards in the box. So, without further ado, let's talk about the decks that we're using. By the way.
I'm using OTT.
My Murakumo.
And if you haven't seen it in a recent episode, this is what they're using. All right, you guys can start, and we'll start talking about the cards.
We been shuffled like ooh, girl.
All right, Quinn. So what's the first card on the list?
It's Bad and Dragger. It's the break ride for Spike Brothers actually. It's a really that card.
You might want to start with what it does. What it does.
It's a limit break, as you all know how break rides work. When you ride, your Vanguard gets plus 10,000, and when your Spike Brothers rear guards attacks, they also get plus 10,000.
All right.
Now,
That makes sense.
It's I find this different from the other break rides. Right? You know how they always are. You know, you break ride it, and then they would either just retire a card or something like that. Actually, but it actually broke off and did something else.
Well, truthfully, I feel like that break rod actually falls up to the Spike Brother name. And the fact that, Spike Brother's mainly about rushing down your opponent and making them drop more cards.
Yeah, man.
And the break rod makes your rear guards, well, boosts up the rear guards by 10,000 plus the Vanguard. So every time a rear guard attacks, it gets 10,000 power. So your opponent's going to be dropping more and more cards. How do you feel about that?
I mean, how can I put this? I mean, just like you said, Spike Brothers. I mean, more or less. See, it's not really looked like high upon as like a really good deck. You know, it's kind of like on the sidelines. Personally, this is how I feel. But as being Spike Brothers, it's extraordinarily offensive. Not a lot of defense can be played in there, but it's extraordinarily offensive. This is how I feel personally. If you disagree, please put it in the comment section below. But like Spike Brothers, like Tachikaze, Spike Brothers is the same way. They're really, really offensive, but not really defensive. Because Spike Brothers, they have specific cards, that with every grade 3 that's played or written, they get 10,000 power and whatnot. And, with this break ride, it kind of knocks up that even more. So it makes Spike Brothers just that more extraordinarily dangerous. So I can see where how good this card is.
All right. We got a couple opinions here. We're going to start the match and see how it starts. And we'll go to the second card in a few after the match gets started a little bit.
I got a great one.
1-0.
I guess I'm going first.
All right.
All right, stand draw. Right. Black grade 1 or 2.
Yeah, let's get to the next card, yeah.
4, 5, 6. It is not here. We shuffle it. What?
Alright, draw. Go back. Ride. Soul. Draw. It's 8.
Should I? Hit me.
Check. Critical and power.
Okay. Got a different grade 2 now. Oh wow, because I put this. Damage enforcer. Alright.
We show the counter blast with that.
I will. Am I supposed to put you in? That's one looking for another million rats. Let's see if I can find. Let's get another one. Let's see if I can get a trigger.
That field escalation is real. Hello.
Round with the good old Spike Brothers.
16.
Take.
Crit power.
Check.
12.
5.
12. 11.
I'll take that.
These two. You move.
Extend draw.
Oh.
Alright. Wiseman. Call. soul. Draw. Call.
18.
18.
Maybe.
Check. Draw trigger. Powder red. Draw. 15. 17. Go ahead.
5 for 10. Alright, can't really do anything special yet. 19.
Take.
All effects of Vanguard.
Check. Heal trigger. Powder red. Second check.
You move.
Stand draw. Right on to right shooting skill. Soul charge. Check. Play. So 12.
You move it. 16.
22. Well, since we're already in this point in the game, I want to start speaking about the next card.
Of course.
All right.
This is powder red. Second check. Dude, what is that? Let's start talking about Beast Deity Ethics Buster. Ethics Buster. And
Oh, you're doing it?
yeah.
Okay.
And
You win?
this is a Nova Grappler card, as all of you are aware of.
Read the effect.
And it's one of its abilities being a limit break 4. When a Nova Grappler rises unit, choose your Vanguard, and it gets 10,000. And when this unit attacks a Vanguard, stand up all your Nova Grapplers and rear guards in the front row. So, as you know, this is a break ride. Really effective break ride from after hearing its skill. It's actually pretty strong. So, depending on what grade 3 that you have in hand, the break ride already on the field, if you ride over it, you might have some extraordinary, really good power play.
There's another Beast Daddy card that actually stands back up. So you can do that with the break ride. So wait, could you make them stand twice then? Wow.
Yeah.
You can make them stand twice.
I was just gonna get onto that. You can continue what you were saying. Continue what you were saying.
I forget the name of that beast. I know it's a grade 3, but if the attack, I think if it doesn't hit the rear guard, stand back up, or if it does hit the rear guard, stand back up. I'm not sure which card it is, but one of them do that.
Look into it. Look into it.
19.
I may know the card what you're talking about. Well, personally, for me, I believe that this card could be chained with a lot of Nova Grappler cards.
Of course.
Truthfully, one of the cards being obviously the cross ride for the break ride. Sorry, and another card I was also thinking that it could be also be used for is the the Blau.
Block figures.
Yeah. Once you get up to the grade 2, I would assume just staying on Vanguard with the break ride, and then ride the grade 3. And if the cross ride is out, then I would assume you just go to the grade 3 first. But you would attack first with the rear guards, then you attack with the Vanguard. And if you have enough power and the opponent doesn't let it hit, well, if he does let it hit, then you stand up the Vanguard and you stand up the Vanguard and the rear guards with the break ride. Then you do the same process over, and then that's a lot of attacks, which would add up to, I'm guessing, a good 9 attacks. Am I right about that? 2, 1, 2.
Should be about 8 or 9 attacks.
That's a good set. No, it's 6 actually. It's 6.
That's
And if the opponent lets the Vanguard hit twice, then you could start that over again.
Yeah, you could set everything.
The only thing is you need 2 counterblasts and 2 cards in hand to discard for the Blau's limit break. Well, it's not even a limit break. That's the best part about it.
19.
Oh, that's true. I mean, when you look at it that way, 19-2.
That's how I always saw.
I look at it like with the way that the entirety of all of that works, I would have to say that kind of works more or less like an Aqua Force, but just stronger, considering that you're relentlessly coming back and forth with nothing but constant attacking, and probably a more attack power at that. So that's actually
Because you get twin drive and everything, but with the Blau though, you lose twin drive, but you still get the check of trigger, and you never know, your luck may be good.
True. I know in the Aqua Force, their attacks, they barely make the mark.
It's meant to poke. That's what I usually see the Aqua Forces doing.
24.
No, I thought so. 14.
Ooh, hello. Persona
Minus
Blast down.
10,000 on your Vanguard. So you are now 14.
You gonna pay that cost?
2.
Check. Power red and draw. 15.
Mm-hmm. 5.
Go ahead. All right, and yet another card that we should discuss about is
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Kill me.
Now it's the card that's clearly on the box. King of Knights Alfred.
19.
Well,
ah
it's a Liberator. I can't really see the name right here. Someone mind reading that for me? Thanks.
Let's play lobby. File my Vanguard. File my Vanguard. Okay, that's nice.
and what's the skill of the round table?
That's
The round table.
it's actually for the name. But truthfully, his limit break is he gets 2,000 power for each rear guard that has Liberator in the name, which reminds me of a certain card called Blonde Ezel. And his limit break is counterblast 2 Liberator cards in your damage zone, and then check the top card in superior color. Now, I believe that they wanted to put Ezel as a Liberator, but they just couldn't. They just couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it.
I don't think that'll be fair.
It would have been good. It would have been good. But this is his skill is pretty much Ezel. It pretty much is Ezel. But the only thing is, the 2 effects are swapped, and instead of 2,000 power, it's 1,000 power. But the Royal Paladin, Alfred, you couldn't boost this. You couldn't boost that card. But then the Liberator version, you could boost, and you get the 2,000 power, which is a pretty hard hitting Vanguard, which is pretty good.
24.
How do you feel about Asama?
More or less, it's a Liberator card. Liberators by default is already extraordinarily good. I mean, they get the power. They get the power of their friends.
Which is wrong.
Liberators.
Yeah, and just their base trade being a paladin deck.
Well, no, their base trade of gold paladins is to really call from the top of the deck. I looked it up. I had to find the difference because I used to think that all paladins fight the same, but I was wrong.
This is true. One of the skills, Counterblast 2 with a Liberator in its name. It's a special Counterblast. I mean, all of the good cards like Labrador, this card, what is it, Tyranno Legend. But cards like that, having a special Counterblast, 9 times out of 10 they're going to have a really good skill. So, it's a really good great through overall to me. I mean, it doesn't have anything like really dangerous, like it gets a +1 critical by after counterblasting a card with Liberator in its name. Not like Tyranno Legend, but it's actually pretty basic. So it's something easy to cope with and able to fight against. It's really good.
And Glenn, how do you feel about it?
It's just no paladin card to me.
That's
all it is to me. 19.
25 too.
Get into this time. Nope. 17.
10.
19.
Check. Yeah, it's a death.
You really couldn't block that? You a liar. Oh.
All right, well, that's the game. That's the first game and first match for this week of Cardfight Vanguard. And
next turn that wasn't hitting me either.
we'll see you on the next episode.
So
I had all 3 of them.